killing spree.
Hello and welcome out to this week's special bonus program we have on a Saturday. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I am so excited. And I tell you, just to get right into it, the dedication of this man, our special guest today, Lord King David, who is driving back and he's like, I can't miss the show. I got to get on. We got to do this. And here he is with us now, joining me in Hargeet. King David, sir, thank you so much for being here.
Well, I told you that I wasn't going to miss it. I mean, me and you have been trying to schedule this thing forever. And I said, you know, at the last minute, something popped up and it was family related. And, you know, it's very easy to tell somebody, oh, you know, I can't do it because of, you just got to make sure you find a way. So where there's a will, there's a way. My wife is holding the phone because I don't like drive with my phone in my hand. I usually have a phone charger that will hold it, but I didn't have it in this car today because she had it inside her car. So like we had to pick up and go. But listen, I told you I was going to be here. Come hella high water, I'm here. And I really appreciate you and your patience and setting up the thumbnail and putting up the banner and actually doing it at the special time. So I appreciate you guys for even accommodating me.
Well, it is absolutely 1000% our pleasure to have you on today. And I want to introduce my co-host real quick. That is Mr. Hargeet Chani. Hargeet, thank you so much for joining us today, also on a special day for us as well. So I know it's not the norm. You have another show coming up here in a little while as well. So thank you for joining me, sir.
Yeah. And as we have Paris in here, I was in town this week and King ducked me. Yes. So I drove into New York.
Oh man, Hargeet. See, I knew you was gonna say that, man. And that's what I'm talking about. See, Hargeet came in. Right, no, I gotta say my piece because I was definitely gonna surprise you and show up, but I work nights, right? So I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go to work. So Hargeet shows up on Monday, and they trying to figure out the logistics on trying to get together, right? So I was like, man, I'm not gonna be able to make it because I have my son, and I worked out something to make it, but then the flights came in too late. So by the time they would have got to dinner, it would have been like around 8 or 9 o'clock, and that was definitely out of my time because I have to come from Westchester to Manhattan, and I would definitely move heaven and earth to get to Hargeet and hang out with Hargeet. Trust me. So I apologize, and I was telling my wife, I said, I gotta fly to Boston to go hang out with Hargeet.
So you're gonna come here eventually, PAX East, right? But yeah, so I came in, and even Cog decided to ditch us. But either way, so Cog was gonna come in, and he ditched us. But anyway, so I met up with Paris and Colt, and I think it was Mike. I think it was from Windows Central Gaming. So yeah, we all hung out, had some good dinner, and then they went off to do the Bethesda thing, which I guess they'll talk about at some point. But yeah, it was fun there. But yeah, let's get into the fun of this week's entertaining news.
By the way, Paris Lily, really good friend of the channel, and good friend of yours as well. King is he's got some more slanderous comments. What did pull that up, Hargeet, and read it to him? This is from Paris. So it said, notice he didn't say my name. I was muted.
Yeah, notice he didn't say my name.
That's
Paris,
all right.
I did not know you were there. I do apologize, but listen, make sure you oil up your knees and send them to me, because you're going to lose that bet there, buddy. You already lost the Helldivers bet, so I do want the hashtag no PlayStation 6. But the way this generation is going, I don't think there's going to be another generation, so just send your knees to me. Remember, send them. I want them airdrop too, because I don't need them to be in the mail too long. You know how the shea butter dries up too quick.
Oh Lord. Well, folks, we're going to have some
fun one
today. Exactly. Love it. And a big shout out to the King's Queen, as it were. We really appreciate her putting up with our shenanigans, and also being nice enough to hold the phone so that you can drive safely, which is 100% paramount to make sure that this goes off without a hitch. So like I said, kudos to her, and for putting up with this. And it's, you know what, behind every good man is a good woman, and that's all there is to it.
Definitely.
All right. So let's do P-Lump's $2 super chat, of course. Play my damn theme song. All right.
Theme song. All right. Well, we'll play his theme song real quick, and we'll get this show going.
They see me rolling. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. Watch him rolling. Watch him go. He be rolling down the street. He be rolling to the beat.
There we go. There you go, P-Lump. There's your theme song. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. All right. So King, let's start this off, and we'll go to you first. That way you can, because I know you got some thoughts on this. Kind of hit us out of nowhere yesterday, which was the price hikes. So I'd like to hear your thought on the price hike across the board. And I suspect that this may not be the only company that raises prices yet again.
Well, Sony raised their price, and Microsoft said, you ain't gonna outdo me with screwing over the customer. And Nintendo had raised their price earlier on the older system. Yep. Nintendo's gonna raise their price. Everybody's gonna raise their price. We're in the age of these companies are not subsidizing our fun anymore. They realize once the digital era started, we are locked in. So they actually don't care about, if everything was physical and they had to depend on getting the hardware into our hands in order for us to participate in their ecosystem, then I think they will be a little bit more customer friendly. Being that Microsoft is so reliant on Game Pass, they're not really reliant on the hardware. As you can see, the initiative towards going towards Xbox PC is actually a thing. The integration into everything that is Xbox has changed the conversation around the hardware. So the hardware itself is not paramount for you to engage with them. So that's why the price of the hardware is irrelevant to them. I mean, it's super relevant to us, but it's irrelevant to them because they're going to still make money hand over fist because they're going to sell their software, and that's where they make the bulk of their cash onto any device that actually has a screen. So we're screwed over this generation once we went over to digital. And to highlight that even further, when PlayStation can tell you only 3% of their fan base is physical, and I thought it would be a larger number, I thought it would be 20%. It's only 3% of their actual fan base on the PlayStation 5 hardware is digital. I mean, it's physical. That lets you know that you're in for a world of pain, because Nintendo is doing what Nintendo is doing based off of these virtual game cartridges and not shipping whole games onto the game cartridges, and the malpractices that they're performing with the third-party publishers. I actually see this getting absolutely worse. To be honest with you, when I told people that the next Xbox hardware, the OEM hardware, will come in at a price tag of $1,499, I was laughed at. I was told that I was crazy. I absolutely believe the OEM hardware from Microsoft will come in at that price point, because if you look at some of the handhelds, the PC handhelds that are in the marketplace right now, most of them has hit that number or has actually approached that number. So that number is not far-fetched to have a high-powered PC/Xbox console made from a third-party manufacturer reach that price tag.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Man, we have got over 105 people here watching us live right now. That is so awesome. We greatly appreciate you. So exactly. Thank you to everybody for joining us. And in the chat there is Spartan 661. He said we need to have a king emoji. Well, just for today, we do have a king emoji. If you look in the chat, which I know, King, you can't. Don't take your eyes off the road. You can look later. But I promise there is a king emoji in the chat, and we even put the hold the line as because it's kind of sentimental for us. Just for today's show, if you want to, you can definitely use that, because I'll take you back before we get Hargeet's thoughts. King, I know you remember this golden oldie.
Let them know you guys are in my DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
Hell yeah. I got my hold the line shirt right there in the closet, all pressed and ready to go. Oh yeah, love it. One of my favorites. Oh goodness. Hopefully we didn't lose him. It looked like he may have froze.
It's probably a little bit of a patchy area for signal, right?
Could be. And I'm sure he'll be back if he does drop off, so don't worry about that. But with that said, Hargeet, if you want to tell us your thoughts. Yeah, it's all right. If you see him pop in, we'll throw him right back in the mix.
Sure. Look, this is kind of the world we're in. There's several things that are going on. Obviously, part of it is, in this specific case, I think this definitely is just tariffs, right? They're now just pushing that narrative. But there's been in general, what used to happen is we were able to sort of change the process of manufacturing, cut down costs here and there, cut down the cost of creating the APU. All that unfortunately became very challenging this time, and a lot of that has to do with the way the supply chains are laid out. Also, going down from a 6 nanometer process to something lower, the process needed to make that happen is very expensive, and unfortunately that doesn't allow it to do the scales that we usually get. Is it used to be the amount of stuff you need to fit within a die, right? So basically we have a wafer, and how many you could fit in there made it cheaper, right? Because you get that much more yield per time you're stamping. Well, unfortunately, the process needed to make it smaller is exorbitantly more expensive. And unfortunately, that makes it, even though you might get more density, you're paying more. So it's not getting you that economy of scale that we were expecting. So you'd cut it back to 5 to 4, right, nanometers, and say, okay, that makes it cheaper. Well, unfortunately, that's not what happens. So you're actually still cheaper keeping it at the current size. And that usually gave us quite a bit of a discount. The other things you can do is squeeze the other parts, right, and make other parts cheaper. But everything's kind of supply chain constrained, and everything's crazy these days. So it is kind of just unfortunate that that's kind of where we are. And I don't want to excuse the price increase at all. I think it's shit. I don't care. It's still crap for a company like that to charge us more. I'm not going to excuse that. I'm just trying to give you a background as to why things get expensive. Mm-hmm. The other part of this is we may not realize it. I'm in sort of the manufacturing realm, so I can kind of give you some background. Almost everything we have is smart. Everything, like when you go to buy something, how many people say, well, is there a version that has like an app? Can I get the version with an app? Well, every time you do that, that means there's that many more processors, right? We only think of like the CPU and the GPU. No, there's like 100 to 1 little processors everywhere, sensors, all of those are processors, right? Everything out there right? So you buy an average car, it's got like 1,000 processors. It's, you know, it's just crazy how much is in there. And like, this is just the way it is, right? So every time you look for anything, it's going to have processors and processors and processors. Part of them will be sensors. Part of them will be doing little micro things that you need to do to make that thing work, right? My stupid microphone has processors. My camera has, it's just on and on and on, right? Everything. You take your phone, it's got so much in there. All of those are little things that need to be manufactured. All of it needs to be manufactured. Somebody has to keep making all that stuff. And the demand is so exponentially higher, it's hard for them to keep up. And that's kind of where it is. They're building new foundries, but unfortunately that won't happen in like 2 seconds. It'll take years. They're coming up here as well in the US, in Europe, in Asia. They're bringing up new foundries everywhere to try to meet the demand. On top of that is just the resources needed to do it. So it's not like silicon itself, thankfully, is very, very plentiful. It's just sand, right? It literally is sand. You can get that anywhere. It's fine. We have plenty of that. It's the other stuff, the trace elements, all that stuff also needs to be extracted from the earth. That much more, demand of that stuff. This is all sorts of background information as to why things are becoming ridiculous, right? So, unfortunately, this is the world we're in. Everybody wants everything to be smart. Therefore, everything is that much more expensive just because of just sheer demand. Eventually, it might be able to kind of keep, meet capacity. We'll hopefully get there. But that part of it, we usually just expect, hey, the console prices will drop over time, right? That's usually what
traditionally
happens.
Yep.
That's what's been happening. But that's because component prices would come down. Unfortunately, they went up. On top of that, we unfortunately had this very annoying global pandemic that, I don't mean to be like just callous about it, but people died. And the people that died happen to be the ones making the shit. So unfortunately, that also hurts, right? You have to then retrain. You have to. So it's fine. Those people have been brought back up, but that did hit the industry. It's just the way it is. Okay. So these kind of things unfortunately happen. What do you do about that? Well, I don't know. On top of that, there are other pressures in the world. That is a whole other discussion. But part of that is starting in the 2000s, the entire world decided that we shouldn't have kids anymore. Well, guess what happens when you do that? You don't have new customers. We expect a certain rise in customers to be able to say, oh, we have a growth in the market. That growth isn't there because, well, we don't have those customers. And now we're going to have steep fall-offs. It's just the way it is. Big countries like China, for instance, had the one-child policy, and that's been for a long time.
Yeah,
that's really hitting them now. But even just here in the U.S., the 2008 financial crisis, like there's a precipitous fall off of new children. That is hitting us now because those children who would have been aren't there. It's just a reality. It's a near 50% drop off. Well, what happens when you're looking for 18-year-olds or your teens to go buy a console? Well, they don't exist. That's a problem. It just is what it is. This is only going to get worse. This is just one market. This is worldwide, all markets. You have to think about what's going to happen. It's going to get worse for everybody. Why do you think all these companies are like scrambling to find ways to make more money? It's because what they expected just ain't there anymore. And all the kids that are coming up, they're playing the black hole games. They're not playing these $100 million, $200 million games. They don't care about that. This is the world they're going into. And so there's all sorts of challenges, and it's only going to get worse. So this is the world that we're getting into. And I don't want to be negative and all, but this is the world. And that's why these things go up in price, because they don't care anymore. Like these companies are like, yeah, we're done with the subsidizing. Why is PlayStation that much more expensive? Because of that. They're like, we don't have to subsidize. Right? Their main competition was really Xbox, and they're saying, they've caved. Okay, fine. So they're like, we're just going to make money on our consoles. Take it. Right? Nintendo's been doing that. They don't care. They're like, this is our cost. You're going to pay us profit. That's the way it is. Pay us profit. And Xbox is, oh, really? So we should be taking a bath on this stuff? Why? So they're like, no, we're going to make profit. To heck with it. Buy the box if you want it. You don't? Fine. Right? Because from their perspective, they can sell their games to everybody. And they're saying, hey, if PlayStation, you want to take a bath? Feel free. We're just going to sell our game there. They're happy to do that. And PlayStation is also saying, well, we don't want to take a bath. So this is the world we're in now. So that whole thing is kind of just gone, unfortunately. So if you're expecting your next gen consoles to come in and say, "Oh, we'll come in at $500," yeah, good luck. Your bloody Switch 2 is almost $500. It's a Switch 2. That thing isn't even as good as a freaking Series S. It's $500. Anyway, that's where we're at, right? So it sucks. I don't like the increases at all. I understand there's a bridge between getting to a point where we have enough capacity here, changing the dynamics of where they're getting and sourcing materials to be able to manufacture things and avoid China. Fine, like that's a problem they have to deal with. But I don't necessarily agree that they should pass that on. They should just eat it for now. But they're done eating it. That's it. So, like, at the Satya level, they're like, no, I don't care. I want my money. And that's essentially where we are now. So, I get it, but I simply just like, there's a little bit of too much of we need to make money and not how do we expand our user base and how do we try to make the gaming thing more affordable to more people. So we got, sorry,
there you go. That was my bad.
King back. Yay.
Hey,
so
King.
there's
I'm so sorry. We're going through the mountains.
You're fine, dude. It's all good.
So I'm not gonna excuse it, but like I tried to give you a background of what the hell's going on in macroeconomics, not just the tariffs. There's a lot more to it. So you kind of gauge where things are. But yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. And do I expect the others to do more? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, like we're looking at the Switch 2 as a 450. They've been hinting that hey, it's going to be 500. You just put it in the bank. It's probably going to be 500 by next year. It's just the way it is, right? They're absolutely looking to do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens too. Like that's the way it is. Is PlayStation going to respond with more? Maybe. Like, again, I don't know. Like, maybe if they can find ways to change their supply chain, they probably will. But and like Sony makes a lot of stuff, so they they're a consumer electronics company, so it is possible that they could find better avenues and make it happen. But this is just it's the world we're in now.
Well, we know that one of the things that they just did, Hargeet, was to reduce the size of the memory of the system. But keep it the same price.
That is one of the things they did. Yeah, and it is what it is.
I got to call foul on that. I don't believe that's actually true. If anybody looks and remembers that the first batch of PlayStation 5s had that same amount of memory inside.
Okay.
If anybody remembers that, if anybody listened to me in the beginning, I said that they had 25 million PlayStations that was not turned on. I think those are the original PlayStations that are actually out there. And if they're saying, there's a revision to the chipset or whatever like that, I don't know. I'm calling BS. I don't actually have any information on it. It's just conspiracy thinking. If that was the initial number that was at your memory before, and for you to go up on the iterations of the machine, but then fall back to the initial number, I believe that you recased it, put it in the smaller case, and sold you the unsold stock that you had before. That's just my opinion of it, because it doesn't make any sense for you to do a memory reduction and then keep the same price. It literally saved you nothing. So you can't tell me that it was the 1 tera that was causing so much inflation inside the box. Absolutely BS. I call BS on that. Those are unsold units that they recased and sold it to you again. They just melt down the housing and then take the motherboards, put it into the next case, and then sell you the old units that was never sold. Remember, they have shipped units. They don't tell you sell through units.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. King, I love your conspiracy theory on that one. That actually makes good logical sense. And I think you're honest.
Let's take that and further it where was it 14 or 16? I think it was 14 million fewer consoles have been sold this gen up to this point than last gen. And you could even say a bunch of that is attributed to Xbox. The problem, though, is that's 14 fewer million total users that have come into this generation, right? So that means they've either abandoned it, stayed with the old gen, or abandoned gaming, right? So they're either not on console, which means they could be on PC, that's fine, right? or they've abandoned gaming altogether, which is not good for the market. Or they just haven't upgraded. That's also a possibility. They just stayed on their old Xbox One or PS4 and have no interest in the current generation. So these are unfortunately things that are happening as well. But from a developer publisher perspective, that really just means it's a smaller market to target. And what does that mean for the future markets, right? So I don't know if we'll get a more thorough industry analysis, because I see that the shift is to PC. We see that, right? Mm-hmm. That there is more being spent on PC now, right? That's become the larger revenue chunk. Even adding all the consoles together, PC is winning. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just moving to PC. And you see that a lot from the kids. They really are just saying, I don't need the consoles. I'm on PC. And that's fair. If that's happening, fine. At least there's an avenue for those publishers to put their games there and then at least make money, right? But if the entire market is going down, which again, as I pointed out, there aren't enough kids, you have to deal with that fact that, the entire market's shrinking. And what are you going to do to continue to keep growing in a market that's shrinking, right? So they have to kind of work through all that. But that's another little interesting tidbit that came along. Should we go through these super chats?
Yeah, if you want to, go right ahead.
All right. A Green Blood Network, $5. Salute WEBDAVE HARGEET and Mr. Hold the Line, King David. We bleed green. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. Early adopters won. That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yep.
It's better than stocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nintendo sold Switch 2 in Japan for $340. Sold it to USA gamers for $160 more. No one complained. 5 years in, you didn't get a Series X yet. Sucks to be you. Yeah, by the way, that's the same for the Series X, Series S, and the PS5. They all sell for like $100 less in Japan. So for some reason, Japan just gets the better prices. All right, and then Spartan661 gifted 10 web.
Because they don't have a market in Japan.
That's true.
But PlayStation does it, Nintendo does it. They all sell for less for some reason in Japan.
Go ahead and read that one again.
Because the market is empty in Japan. That's the only reason why, is because they saw the crash of that market from the rise of cell phones between them, Korea, and all the eastern side. They have really moved on to tablets and different forms of media and devices in order to consume video games. And the consoles itself is suffering. The only ones that's really not taking a hit as much is Nintendo. This is the reason why PlayStation and Sony pulled out of Japan a long time ago and made their stomping grounds Europe. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're good.
Spartan gifts 10 WebDave memberships. Thank you so much, Spartan.
Thank you so much, Spartan. We appreciate you doing that. That is so awesome. And also a big shout out to Ray. His channel. They had a show and they just they joined us. They merged in. They rated us, as it were. So we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Ray D1, and all the panel members over there, and of course all their audience that are joining us now. We have over 168 people watching us live, King. So that's awesome. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Ray beat me up on Fight Night Friday. So shout out to Ray for beating me up on Fight Night Friday in UFC. Yeah, he came over there. I purchased the game that he beat me up with, so I gave him the weapon to beat me. That was disgusting.
And for Ray, if he's here, we got this nice little.
Oh, yeah.
I know Paris is still here, right?
Yeah. In case you can't see it, King, because I know you're driving. It is a.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell him what it is.
So it's Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I think that was this reference, right? Basically, and they have the little is it the Oompa Loompas? I can't remember the exact. Yeah, the Oompa, whatever the little guys are all Ray, and then the tall
Willy Wonka.
Paris.
Willy Wonka's Paris.
Willy Wonka, that's it. Willy Wonka. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Willy Wonka with and Ray are all the little.
Yeah.
So funny.
As Paris. So he towers over poor little Ray.
Oh my goodness! But it's all for love, right?
Yeah, I got this from our friend Farku.
Farku. That's right. We love Farku. He's an amazing member of the community. So much fun.
And of course, we all know that P Lump is in here, so we might as well give him a little love too. And then
oh yeah, P Lump hugging on to his special pillow that he has, his gas pillow.
Of gas.
Body pillow.
His
Yeah, gas
buddy.
body pillow.
Yeah, what is going on with our communities asking for body pillows of people? This is strange stuff.
It's some strange stuff. Oh, goodness.
Anyway, all right. On to the next topic.
There we go. So I'll throw this in the chat real quick, just since we were talking about it. But that's the Hazardor Gaming put up the Series X
prices.
Yeah, the new prices.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a $20 increase for the Series S. It's like a $50 increase for the Series X. It's $50 increase for the Digital X, and wow, it's so I was like a
$70 increase.
Yeah, $70 increase for the 2 terabyte Series X model. So yeah, so the price is definitely, you know,
and that is obviously just price gouging, right? $70 more for what?
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Nah, that memory, you see it, man. That memory cost.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
So
shout out to the Series S being the entry point to get into this generation. That's crazy.
And it's still the cheapest.
Yep.
It's still the cheapest. It's cheaper than the Switch 2. So even with that.
And more powerful.
Yep. Still more powerful.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you have our buddy Tim Dog has come back to Xbox.
So we're saying the Tim Dog curse is real. He comes back to Xbox and prices go up.
Tim,
why did you do this to us, Tim?
Damn it, Tim!
Yeah, right.
Oh goodness!
Little Star Trek
goodness.
Yeah, when he put up that tweet, I looked at the tweet. I was like, no, we were doing so good.
Oh goodness! Oh man! So let's.
But anyway,
yeah, let's. So one more little small topic before we get to the main one. But that would be the PlayStation 5 Pro scam is what some people are calling it. PlayStation 5 Pro has the worst version of Borderlands 4. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Just saying. I mean, King, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's supposed to be this big powerhouse system, and the Series S is better plays it better for Borderlands 4, the brand new game. What do you make of that?
Okay, well, the PlayStation 5 Pro is not a powerhouse system. The PlayStation 5 Pro has the same bottlenecks as the original base PlayStation 5, which is the CPU. Mm-hmm. So all they did was just upgrade the GPU and put the piston in the box. When they put the piston in the box, all it did was take a lower resolution image and output it at a higher resolution. So it took the machine learning. It did not make the machine more powerful at any iteration of the machine. The machine just happens to have a little updated specs for the GPU, like getting it up to speed with the series consoles, because the series consoles is true RDNA upgrade. I think it's RDNA 2 or 3 or something like that. But the PlayStation 5 wasn't, and the PlayStation 5 Pro actually does have those features within inside of it. But the problem with the PlayStation 5 Pro is if you leave it up to some developers will not take advantage of its innate capabilities. And if you're not going to program to the machine, and this is the reason why I'm happy that PlayStation brought out that low power system. So when you do make the low power system update for when you're making games, I do applaud them for doing that, because they're going to be making more games to be ported over to the Series S. That's the Series S update. Everybody keeps talking about that it's PlayStation portable handheld update. No, it's for the Series S, for when they bring in games over to the Series S to get their teams up to speed with low power spec, which is only fitting for the Series S. So again, if they don't code for the machine and get down to the base of the machine and use the technology within the machine, you can't fault the game or the machine for giving you what they give you, right? So you can only fault the developer. So I got to tell Randy Pitchford, listen, That does not look like a premier experience. That's not premium. And you really need to do better with your coding on a device that is probably the second highest priced machine on the market. And people expect better, especially when it comes to a low spec sort of PC with a pisser in the box that can actually give you greater resolution.
Agreed. Hargeet, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to be fair to them. Look, a lot of what King said is true. Unfortunately, that's kind of the way it is. When they went to the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, they bumped the CPU just a little bit. You had to. There was really, if you didn't do that, you don't get enough oomph. It is what it is, right? So they did bump it a little bit. And so you had a little bit, of breathing room to give yourself that ability to really do the 4K visuals, even though there was checkerboarding a lot in PS4 Pro, and the One X did some pretty good stuff. But you were able to actually handle it. Unfortunately, they didn't really do that here. They literally it's the same CPU. That is a little bit of a problem for them. It's not enough to actually push forward what they wanted to get out of it. Some of it is developers have no incentive now to actually learn Pisser because they caved. PlayStation themselves said, we're just moving to FSR. We're going to use FSR4. And if that's what you're going to do, then what incentive does any publisher or developer have to spend time learning your system when in a year you're just going to release the one that they have to do on PC anyway? It's like, no, we'll just wait. We'll just do the PC version. And you know what? In 2 years, all these games will get the FSR4 update on PS4 Pro, PS5 Pro, and it'll sort of iron out these issues. Is it going to really be that much of a delta? I mean, we've seen it. It's not. This is not the bump that we had from a PS4 to Pro or 1 to 1X. It's just not that level. And this is why when we were having this roundtable discussion with Jason Ronald a few years ago when the mid-gen thing was coming up, like, if you don't give me something that's 30-ish T-flops, I don't even want it because I won't see it. It's not worth it. I mean, I'm not going to see it. So don't bother. And I don't care if it costs $1,500, $1,000. I don't care. If you're going to give it to me, it better show or it's just not worth it to me. Don't even bother.
The OEM boxes would do that. But the difference between the PlayStation 5 Pro and the PlayStation 4 Pro, and the main reason why the PlayStation 4 Pro I feel was a better machine, is based off of it was necessary in order for the VR. The VR, when they put the VR out, the experience was so below par that they had to put out the PlayStation 4 Pro in order to facilitate a good gaming experience, which actually made it a whole lot better and made it necessary for you to have that unit. So if you look back at the numbers kind of equate to that. The PlayStation 4 Pro actually kind of equaled the VR experience. So how many units sold on the VR on the PlayStation 4? Those PlayStation 4 Pros kind of mirrored those numbers, right? But going into this generation, you have the PlayStation VR 2 that didn't necessarily need the power of the PlayStation 5 Pro because it was doing what it needed to do with the base. The PlayStation 5 Pro did not enhance the VR experience. Actually, PlayStation gave up on the VR experience and left it to the PC. So now, you kind of figure everything that doesn't hit landfall on PlayStation is immediately dropped. You put a pisser in the box, told people that this was the next generation of your upscaling technology, only for developers not to adopt it and for you to fall back and take FSR frame gen for AMD. And it sucks so bad because you sold it on a lie. You sold it that you would support it and everybody else. And I saw the white papers when it did go out that every developer had to be mandated since last year in September for all their games to actually use it if they're using the PlayStation 5 Pro, and they had to have a version of that running. Obviously, they walked that back because developers was probably balking at it, and they caved. And just like Hargeet said, they absolutely caved to the pressure of the PC world, because they don't have DLSS, right? So that's Nintendo got that. So what they're going to do, they're going to take the next best thing, FSR, and I don't know what that holds for Project Amethyst, because again, if Project Amethyst is just going to be an extension of PSS FSR, then what is the sense of them working with AMD in any capacity?
Agreed.
It's a good question, right? And so, this is kind of the problem. And now here's the other headache you have with this is the people who would buy a Pro are your hardcore enthusiasts, right? And those folks are going to buy the next gen the second it comes out anyway. And so what was the point? Like, by the time these games get better, you'll have a PS6, assuming there is a PS6. I'm assuming they're still doing it.
Hashtag no.
Yeah, right. So assuming there is a PS6, then like, okay, then what was the point of this mid-gen refresh, right? It basically was just a slap in the face of anybody who bought it. I just did not see the value in, we went from 10 to 16. Okay, but we already have the 12, and the 12 to 10, you can barely tell, right? So Series X to PS5, it's almost identical. Yes, you had little variations here and there, but it was very much the same. And if you never told anybody, you'd just say, I had the same experience. It just, whatever, it's the same thing, right? The 16 just isn't going to push that much. You have to go substantially higher to say, okay, now I can do ray tracing. Now I can do so. Otherwise, you have to do all the scaling stuff, which again, nobody's going to use it because they gave up on it. If PlayStation had pushed it, fine, but it wasn't working. It was causing games that worked on the PS5 worked better than the PS5 Pro. You're like, come on, this is stupid. So I'm forced to play a lower experience on the higher end box because you forced this stuff. So they finally had to cave. So all this stuff is just it's a disappointment. It kind of reminds me of the Series X in the beginning where the tools were kind of just being developed. So it wasn't really quite there. But, at least on this side, it's like, no, this is going to be the standard going forward. So if you start doing the work, this will help the PC world. This will help the Xbox world. So it's a good thing for developers to do it. This is just a waste of time. Pisser was just an absolute waste of time. They should have just waited. They had to know that FSR was coming. FSR 4 with AI upscaling was coming. Why didn't they just wait it out and do that, or say, hey, we're pioneering the stuff that's going to be FSR 4. So when you do this work, it will help you with the FSR 4 development. They didn't. They just did their. So I don't know. I don't know what the thinking was here, but this is just unfortunate that's kind of where they are.
I kind of understand PlayStation's thinking because PlayStation is still hardware reliant, right? So in being hardware reliant, you have to artificially inject some type of stimulus to get your fan base galvanized to purchasing. Because if you're seeing the purchasing stagnate, then you actually have to artificially inflate some type of FOMO into the fan base, because you're not doing it with games. If you come out and say you're only going to make 1 or 2 games a year, right? 1 or 2 games a year, one of them being a service-based game that you can look forward to baseball, and then 1 AAA title that's coming out. Then you got to had a whole bunch of games in order to show any value to your machine, because when you look across the street, the other guys are actually making games hand over fist. So you have to show some type of attraction to your machine. What you do, you make good hardware, put out new hardware. And that's exactly what they did. The machine is Blastmaster processing for them, right? Something that is probably, firmware, but it's not really tangible to the sense that you got a bigger box. It can actually achieve some resolutions that's higher or some frame rates that's better than the Series X, but sometimes that's marginal. Snake Eater, anyone? So you got to really start looking at it as, like you said, Jason Ronald said, if they don't have a 30T flop type of jump, then it's not necessary.
That was me saying that.
Oh, that was you? I'm sorry. I thought you said
that to him. Like, don't even bother because I don't want it, right? And so then we did. Okay. I don't know, King. I don't think you were there at that dinner, but we asked the group of people. It was like 15, 20 of us. You know how we're out there in LA, right? Right. Like if we were to release a mid-gen refresh at $1,000, how many would buy it? 2 hands went up.
Yeah. Well, that's why Phil wasn't going to do it. Yeah,
exactly.
Phil
so they were 100% right. Drop it. It's not worth it. No need to do a mid-gen.
You guys, Go ahead.
Quickly to say this one, the OG PS5 is so bad, though. You need the Pro to experience what Series X has to offer. True, if they got rid of the pisser requirement. And that's why they've had these problems. Because they required pisser, it caused... Because if they just said, turn off pisser, right, you just have raw grunt capable, available to you, the PS5 version would look better on the PS5 Pro. But they added this stupid pisser requirement, which is why you see all these downgrades. You're like, just turn it off. Just give me the PS5 version of the PS5 Pro. I'll have the raw grunt to make it better. Like, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. Like, so my thought on that is that Sony did this for one reason only.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, it's all about the money, and that's exactly why they did it. All right, we're gonna move on. We got a couple of super chats. 108 Dragons is in the chat. Hello. What is up, Lemon? All right, so many great members of the community are here hanging out with us. Some gifted memberships we got. A lot of a few things to mention real quick. Plus, also, I do want to thank the over 200 people that are watching us live right now. So thank you all so much. Go ahead.
They say
Hargeet.
King is living dangerously.
Yeah, right. Slim Jim Click AEC founder, member for 12 months. Thank you. And then he drops a $2 super chat. What's up and blessings to the great ones. Salute. And then,
Blessings.
And then Day Reezy, member for 15 months. Yo, what's up, WebDave, Hargeet, and Lord King? Play my theme song for Mr. Stroker and in honor of Meat Shield Monday. Hashtag 98% right. Hashtag lay down or be put down. Hashtag PS. Dog shit. Dog shit.
All righty. And next.
Spartan 661, $2. We have King David emojis for members. Hit like. And then Spartan gifts another 10. Right?
Another 10.
Another 10 memberships. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And then Dat Ninja, $2, but no actual message, though I did read his message there before. Mac, member for 8 months. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. But also big shout out to Tony from the Plume Network is in the chat as well. We saw him here earlier.
Up, Tony?
Exactly. That's so awesome. Some amazing members of the community, and I love it how we all support each other. And with that said, we are going to change to our main topic, the big boy. The reason we're all here together and to talk about this is that, King, I tell you, we are all going to be living vicariously through the Iron Lords over the next week and a half coming up, and thank you all so much for all the stuff that you're going to be doing. And I know you guys a lot of events planned and some expeditions that you're going to be doing there that you guys are going to film and put up and everything. So thank you for that from the community for y'all and your hard work and everything. And you guys have earned it. I'll just say that. Like I said, we love everything you guys do. You put out such a quality show every Sunday, and it's so much respect for you and all Lord Attic, Cog, Sovereign, all of you. All the work that you do is really amazing, and we are blessed in the community to have members that are in here that are like you that can just that really put family first. Gaming is fun and all that kind of good stuff, and it means a lot. And I just wanted you to know thank you for that. But let's talk about the road to Tokyo. ILP is going to Japan to cover the Tokyo Game Show in person. Not just one of you, all of you are going. Tell us all about it, how it came about, and what are your expectations? Floor is yours.
Well, it came about first and foremost. I was talking to my wife yesterday because somebody had said from Fight Night Friday that we earned it and enjoyed, and I don't know how to take a compliment. All right, so I'm like really poor at it, and I was just like, I'm really going to get that we didn't earn anything yet. We're going to work real hard. And my mindset is everybody has invested so much into us that I have this paranoia of fear of letting somebody down. And I don't want to let anybody down. I want to get out there and I want to give you guys, and when I'm saying I, because there's no I in team, I'm talking about the team. You know, because when I'm speaking for the team. We all want to put our best foot forward. We all want to give you the best coverage. You know, Hargeet got a chance to hang out with us and work with us, actually boots on the ground every day, and he understands exactly what it is to be an Iron Lord and what that truly means to us as far as the community goes. And you guys have shown through super chat support, sharing, liking, retweeting, everything that you guys do, put the thumbnails, engaging, even just watching, showing a friend. It doesn't matter what level of engagement that you have engaged in. You have engaged in any form of help to help us grow and help us be better. And we hold that standard very high. So we respect you guys so much. My wife said,
go ahead.
Oh, am I back?
You're back. You're back. Go ahead.
Hello? Am I
With
back?
your wife said, yep.
All right. Sorry. My wife said, why am I so like diligent on getting to your show today? I said, when I put my merch store up, WEBDAVE was the first purchase in that store. WEBDAVE showed up with an Xbox Frontline News shirt. WEBDAVE has a Hold the Line shirt. WEBDAVE has always been super supportive. He has been a member. He has been a comrade. He is a fellow content creator, and he is probably generally one of the nicest men on the face of this planet. And I said, I definitely can't let that man down. Definitely can't do that. So us getting to Japan, I thought about it for like, I think it was like 2 years, maybe. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I thought about it for like 2 years. We have done all the major shows except for Gamescom, and was Japan. I think Gamescom is a little bit easier of a task. I thought Japan was a harder task, and I think Japan is necessary. With the closing of some of the pachinko places that Sega actually has and stuff like that, and a lot of studios or developers leaving Japan in favor of other places, I think we need to definitely get there. Even though Microsoft has made their footprint in Japan as of recent, I just felt that I didn't want to lose this opportunity, because as we see, E3 is gone. So I told the group, I said, we should just, get to Japan. Attic and I started putting our heads together. Cog pitched in. Sovereign was going through a whole lot of life-changing things at the moment, but supportive to him. Forte jumped in and pitched in and helped out, and the community galvanized around it. Us wearing these costumes and this stuff, I'm down for anything. Anything that is fun, anything that is imaginative. Attic will think outside of the box, and listen, we're Tango and Cash, me and Attic. Whatever he comes up with, I'm supportive. Whatever I come up with, he's supportive. And then Sav and Cognito is like, all right, we doing this. Let's do it. And the community just rallied around it and just supported so much. And every week it was just awe-inspiring in seeing us hit these metrics and hit these goals. And actually, sponsors started taking note. I'm going to give a shout out to Inside Gamer. Inside Gaming. Inside Gaming actually is a partner with us going to Tokyo. So a lot of our news coverage will be on Inside Gaming. And Valari is a huge partner. So what you're going to see is the promotion that I'm running and the rest of the Iron Lords is running. That is Take Comfort With You Everywhere. So Comfort will be making it to Japan. So we are proud to introduce, as an ambassador to Valari, the Japanese audience to Valari and the video game Comfort. You're going to see it. It's going to be all over the place.
He is driving through the hills. King, give us 1 second, King. You're breaking up just a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah.
Okay, are you? Let's see. Say something now. Still a little digital, little breakup.
How do I sound now?
Let's try it one more time.
All right, I do apologize,
Yeah,
guys.
it's
No,
back
it's not
now.
your fault. There, you're back. You're good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yep, you're back.
Yeah, I apologize.
Oh,
Oh, it's starting to bot again.
yeah, and that's not your fault. We lost him for a second. I'm sure he'll come right back. He's pretty good about that. Look, he's scheduled to be on today. He really wants to be here today, and and we're doing this special edition. We are still doing our show tomorrow. Sunday's show is still on, same bat time, same bat channel, same everything. So it'll be on tomorrow night for sure. And tomorrow night's guest is going to be Korkenstein and Pixelbit G. We're going to be here, and that tomorrow night's show is all about expectations, predictions, and all kinds of good stuff that we're going to have and rumors that we've heard for the Tokyo Game Show. Yeah. So that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow in preparation for Tokyo Game Show later on in the week. But King should be back in a minute. We'll give him a minute till he is driving. So he had like a family emergency, and and I asked him when we just reschedule. You want to do this later, and he's like, no, I really would like to go ahead and do it now because we're getting ready to flying out on Monday. And I want to get this in and talk to you. And I was like, okay, cool. So, and we put a show back an hour because he had something come up. But that's how dedicated he is and how a wonderful person that he is, and he wants to be here. So we'll give him a few more minutes, see if he can jump back on. Hargeet, while we're waiting for King to come back. So, what are your expectations for the Tokyo Game Show and some of the things that I'm sure you've seen? I know you've been a big part. You've helped mitigate some of the mischievous things that they have done to
maybe I've promoted a few
yes, some ideas, glizzy costumes and things like that.
Yeah, by putting in some large super chats. I win. We're gonna have this.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I know. I've had a lot of fun with it. Look, I've been like doing a lot of things with these guys for a while now. So
yes.
So I just play around and have fun with it and make sure that the show is entertaining, and obviously that's the whole point of this. So and there he is.
Yes.
He's back.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're
apologize, man. Again, what I left off on Valari Comfort in Japan.
Yes, Valari Pillows. Yes.
Yes, Valari is going to make it to Japan. We are proud to introduce the Japanese public to the comfort of Valari, and I definitely want to give a huge shout out and to our other partner, which is HyperX, HP, and Omen. Sorry, I got a little bee that's inside the car.
It's all good. Safety first.
Without them, they made sure that we had the tools safety faced by. That'll be how you guys will have something to talk about. Did he go out again?
No, we're good. We got you.
You're back now. You're back.
You're back.
Okay, good. All right. Yes. So, and shout out to HP for making sure that we have the tools necessary to deliver great content to you guys. We have a ton of things planned. We have a ton of sites to go to and see. We're gonna try to make it the most interactive IOP that you've ever seen. We have a lot of ambitious things, so that's why we're taking extra long. So we're gonna be there for that 8 to 10 days. To go to all the places that you guys want to see. We want to be your eyes and ears inside Japan. We want to talk to every developer. We have a ton of interviews set up. I want to make sure that the coverage is like something that you've never seen. Like if you've never be able to close your eyes and listen, and also open your eyes and see, because we're going to be showing. But I want you to be able to say, wow, through their eyes, I was able to get there and do that, because without you guys, none of this stuff happened.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He is driving, and he's driving through some mountainous areas at the time, so we may lose him again. But we're trying to get at least to the finish line with King, and if we did lose him, he'll be right back. I promise.
Yep, he'll be back.
So he's pretty good about that. In fact,
there he is.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back. You're good.
There we go.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize, man. Just take off where you left off. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't even know where I left off.
You want to be our eyes
It's
and ears
just
out there.
The eyes and ears. Yeah, you want to be the eyes and ears in Tokyo for all of us.
I didn't even hear you.
You said you wanted to be the eyes and ears of the community. Did you hear that?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, definitely. I heard you.
Uh-oh. Is it? Hey, bro. And it looks like it's gone again. Right? So
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Signal's gone again.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he can get to a point where it's not dropping. Oh, there we go. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back.
Sorry. Keep your finger rolling on the screen. There we go. All right, we're good.
All right.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tearing up this show. And
No,
I
that's
apologize.
fine. Dude, you absolutely have nothing to apologize for. We appreciate you, the effort and everything you're putting forward in this. So please don't think that at all. And I know the audience doesn't mind.
I don't even know why it's messing up now, because technically we're back. So I don't know why it's actually messing up. But the screen is going.
Go figure.
Yeah, technology. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah,
and then
he'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. All right. Well, I mean, so
I'm gonna add this to the screen real quick. Oh, there he is. Well,
boom.
There he is.
Oof.
All right.
All right.
We got you back.
So now
how far
we're
are
back
you
to
from home?
civilization.
How far back are you from home?
You know what? Hold on. I think I know exactly what the hell is going on. Where is it?
We are working on the fly to get this nice and
Yes.
tweaked up for you. So it's all good.
There we go. I think that should do it.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I said, we're just super appreciative of all the support, and with constant creators, with everyone. It's absolutely humbling. You got to talk about a young boy from West Virginia, 3 young boys from the Bronx, growing up loving video games, talking about video games, wanting to know how developers make games, and actually on the other side of the fence now, to be acknowledged by CEOs of some of the biggest companies that we followed and used to follow, to having Peter Moore on the show,
Yes.
to go into the mecca of video games. I just want to say, if you're never too old to do anything, that's one. I'm 53 years old and I'm going to Japan for my first time. And that's based off of everyone just pulling together, not one person pulling in one direction, but everyone, all of us actually pulling in one direction. And anything's possible. It's just everything that you dream of is possible. You just got to put that work ethic in and don't take anything for granted. And I don't take any super chat for granted, any share, any like, any of you guys coming through today, anything. I don't take anything for granted. We actually try our best to be the best that we could possibly be for you guys at all times. So I just want to say thank you. I'm super humbled. Like, you don't know, leaving on Monday, and we're documenting everything. So nice. we're recording everything on GoPros, on cell phones. We started with Demon Slayer this Thursday that we went. Addy got a chance to see his first IMAX movie, but we saw Demon Slayer in subbed. And it was a great experience, and it's just everything. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest with you. And
well, King, let me help you with this part, and just say, you say you're humbled by it, and it does show, but just know that all of us in the community, and I know the people that watch and support you are proud of the work that you guys put in and the hard work that you guys put in, and it shows. And when we say that you guys have earned it, you definitely have. And I know that this is just the beginning, King. This is just the beginning. Things are going to get even bigger and better for all the work that you and the Iron Lords put into it. Every single one of you. And even the people behind the scenes and your editors and the writers and everything on your all of it is just amazing. The network and people that you've put together, and I know I'm excited for some of the coverage that you're going to be putting out. The one thing I had put in a super chat once was that I hope that you guys at some point, because I know you're going to, because I know you're going to go to some area in Tokyo that'll have some kind of little like old shops with just tons and tons and tons of retro games and all kinds of stuff, and just to have you follow along with you and like digging through stuff and finding all kinds of just unique game systems, add-ons, and just crazy stuff that wasn't available anywhere else. Just to see it, and it's gonna be like a kid in a candy store, and I will live, like I said, vicariously through you, because I'm looking forward to one of those little clips.
Well, what I plan to do, I'm gonna let everybody know. If y'all don't know, I'm a huge fan of the PC Engine Turbo Graphics.
Yes,
and I'm going to go make sure I get my hands on the Super Graphics and get those 4 cartridges that they came out with that I had back in the days. I don't know where my Super Graphics went, but I'm gonna, that's my job, to hunt down that console and to get those games and come back to America with it. But also another big goal of mine is to pick up Ghost of Yode in Japan with yen.
Nice.
With yen. Nice. October 2nd. I can't wait to walk inside a Japanese shop and actually purchase Ghost of Yode with actual yen. So y'all could really call me a pony bot, like all the way to 100%, because I'm going to dive into that, because I am so appreciative to be able to do that. Now, but seriously, that's one of my goals, be honest with you. So very seriously,
cool. Yes,
to do that, because honestly, if it's that one game that they're going to put out this year and it's a Japanese-based themed game in Japan, it's just kismet. It's right. It was meant to be. So that's definitely what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And then after you make your purchase, you look back at the person that's selling it to you and you go, #no PlayStation 6. Anyway.
Oh, and I'm definitely going to tell them thank you for selling me for the last console, but I appreciate y'all.
I'm just kidding.
If they understand English.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Hargeet.
To have some more fun with this. So apparently Depends is not one of your sponsors.
Well, no, actually, see, when I talk about group sponsors, Cog likes to talk about individual sponsors. So, Cog will bring up that. Oh, I'm sorry. Advanced GG is actually a sponsor of Iron Lords podcast, Going to the Road to Tokyo. I do apologize, because they're going to keep us hydrated. They're going to keep us energized, and they're going to keep us boosted all the way through our trip, because it's going to be 100% of energy. But as the flight comes closer, Cog definitely needs, his support, but he has that through the pens. Hashtag dependable Cog, hashtag, he won't leak in any circumstance, hashtag he could take the load, pause. We're going to make sure that he's well stocked, and he's going to do, I heard he's going to sit down the whole flight and not move a muscle.
Not at all. Yeah. All I can say is I think it was kind of a shitty thing for Hargeet to bring up. But just kidding.
I'm just saying, right? That's why we got Depends, right?
Yeah. So the other thing I'll do is I'll recommend don't pack your agenda to the tilt. Try to enjoy it. Don't like just say, hey, I got every hour booked for every hour. No, like spend half the day with nothing and just go enjoy it.
Have fun,
because it's an opportunity. It's not going to be easy to come by again. Just enjoy it. Like when I've gone to Japan several times, it was all for work. It was literally back to back, just work, and then night work, It was go back to the hotel, start again, work. And so you never get to enjoy anything, right? And so if you want to enjoy it, like set like half your day up to just say, I don't care. We're just going to go and enjoy whatever fancies us. Enjoy, right? Like just make sure you set aside some time for that.
Memories
it's
for
very
lifetime.
easy to get like into the oh, I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I want to do that. Like no. Set up some time to just have fun, unwind, and have fun. Just keep that in mind. I don't know what your agendas are set to be, but just put that in there. Make sure you can just roam around and have fun.
Definitely. I don't even know why we botting and we back in the city. No,
It's
I don't know. I don't know why we botting and we back in the city. It makes absolutely zero sense. This is stupid.
Well,
anyway,
all right, so as we start to wrap things up a little bit, let's just I just want to touch on it, and I know you guys have some things planned and some events already scheduled that we're not going to talk about because we want you got some surprises and things like that to talk to you'll go over next week, and that's all good. But is there anything speculatory or rumor wise or predictions that you have for this show? Because we've already heard that there's probably going to be some possible announcements, and I don't want and this isn't I'm not trying to dig at you to get any kind of insider stuff, but something you feel like that you want to talk about. This is the floor is yours.
I want to beat Sovereign up in Virtual Fighter 6. So
nice.
My plans is, being that we have a great relationship with Sega, my plans is to make a beeline to the Sega booth, praying that Virtual Fighter 6 is there in any form of capacity, so I could put hands and feet on Sovereign there, because the last time we was in PAX East, he beat me in Street Fighter. But then when we was at PAX West, I dusted the floor with him in Tekken. So I just want to keep the trend going. I gotta make sure I just double up and beat them in Virtual Fighters. I was just trying to do a round robin of fighters. So Sovereign, be on the lookout for Virtual Fighter 6. I'm coming for you.
There you go. There's a message. Hargeet, can you read that for King from Marsh?
From Marsh. Japan is best city. It's like real life anime in Tokyo. Bullet train is fun. It's too much to do. I, however, do not recommend taking the subway, especially during rush hour. It's fine, not rush hour. I've done it during rush hour. Don't do it. That's just
No, I'm not trying to be packed into anything like a sardine. I'm not trying to do
exactly. I was too big for them. You guys will. It just will not be comfortable. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, Uber everywhere. Uber.
Yeah, or taxis. It's fine. And by the way, thankfully the signs they're all, at least in the areas I was in Tokyo, it was all in English as well as Japanese, so you should be able to get around. But yeah, and nowadays you have Google Translate, right? So you can translate things.
Yep.
There you go. King, before we wrap things, is there anything else you want to say or anything else you want to cover before we let you go? And again, thank you to you and your wife.
I want to thank. Look, we botting again. This is ridiculous. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep. You're good.
Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. I want to give a special thanks to Hargeet. Hargeet doesn't know, like he's a guardian angel for a lot of people.
Yes.
And again, I do want to apologize for not seeing you on Monday, but we're definitely gonna link up. And I wanted to say, Dave, listen, man, I truly love everything that you do. From the moment that you did the show and I was on your show before to today, I truly support you. And I already understand that it's going to be greater things. Like, my wife was listening to your voice and she was like, he sounds like he's on the radio. He has a great voice. So, yeah.
Well, thank you.
I know it sounds like I'm botting again. I don't know what's going on.
No, you sound good. And yes, I was on the radio. Yes, for quite a few years. But yes, thank you so much for that compliment. That was very nice of you. And Hargeet deserves his flowers, most definitely. But yeah, like I said, it was a big blessing for us to have you on today. Go ahead.
Thank you. No, I wish I could have heard anything that you just said. All I heard at the end was, I'm glad that you was on today.
well, just you can imagine how awesome it was. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, thank you.
I'm just gonna watch the show back. Because I want to see how bad it is. I do apologize. I owe you another show, bro.
No, it's all good. Well, maybe sometime after the Tokyo Game Show, you can tell us about the real life experiences, maybe some inside stuff that maybe you didn't quite capture on film or put out there that you want to talk about, or maybe just maybe a little one-on-one with or me, you, and Hargeet talking about some of the experiences in some of those video game shops, because I know there's some really cool ones there. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff we love to hear about from you as well. but again, have a safe trip. Bless you guys for all that you do, and we want to make sure that everybody knows all the stuff. Make sure you go in the description below. It's not only the Iron Lords channel, but also King's channel as well, and Fight Night, and all the other links are in the description below. And if you listen later on audio, those links will be in there as well. So please make sure you subscribe. Not only that, but hit the bell icon for King and for Hargeet. That way you know when the content drops and all the kind of great stuff that they're going to have out there. So you don't want to miss any of the amazing content that's going to be coming your way. Hard and heavy pause from the Iron Lords, and again, guys, please, no matter what, be safe and know that we're there with you every step of the way.
Blessings. Thank you so much. Even though I got to watch the stream back to actually hear it.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
When are you guys heading out?
Yeah, when you guys leaving soon, right? Like
when
Monday?
are you guys heading out?
We leave Monday morning.
Okay, so no stream tomorrow, I assume, or are you still doing the show?
Still doing a show tomorrow?
We have something planned. We have something planned for you guys that I think you're gonna really love.
Nice.
All right, cool.
You was able to hear me?
Either way,
cool.
Safe journey. I hope you have a great flight. It is an annoying flight if you haven't been on a long flight, but hopefully you'll have fun enough to get out there and then deal with the jet lag. Coming back, by the way, might be worse. Going there is probably not as bad, but you'll have fun with that.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, but generally just have fun, man. And
I'm gonna
just give yourself some time to unpack, because that jet lag can kind of get to you. So just remember to relax the first day.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna that's why we took the cushion day. We're gonna definitely relax when we get there, and definitely when I come back. But also I brought my Switch. I'm taking my Switch too, and I'm taking my Steam Deck. I got the games that I want to play while I'm there, because I'm not going to be watching movies. I'm going to be playing. I got my Valari pillow, and I got my HyperX headsets. So I'm going to be like locked in playing my Hades 2 and a couple of other games that, they act like Hades 2 is launching on the console. Well, I have it on my Steam Deck. I had it from over a year, so it's not really. Right. I'm sorry. Welcome to the wonderful world on Xbox PC, where we already are ahead of you guys, but don't worry, y'all catch up. Blessings.
There you go. Hargeet, please tell everybody where they can find you, Hargeet, and then we'll get the King's outro, and then we'll wrap it up for today.
Yeah, so in about an hour and a half, I'll be on with Fonz on Fonz Gaming. Check that out, and then tomorrow we'll be back at 7 p.m. US Eastern Time. So check that out, and then with Boom on Wednesday, 7 p.m. US Eastern Time, with Double Barrel Gaming, and then I'll be back hopefully with C Money and Doodle. Yesterday I was at a family gathering. My cousin just had a baby, so we went and saw the nice little new baby. So we got to go check that out. But yeah, it wasn't on with C Money and Doodle. So next Friday, hopefully I'll be back at 8-ish p.m. US Eastern Time with them. So check that out. And this time it's gonna be fun. We have TGS.
All right, guys.
King David's going to be out there.
So King, give us your outro real quick, and we'll get out. So tell everybody where they can find you. And he's gone. All right, so that's all right. We everything's in the description below. So just to let you know, that was King David, and he's awesome to be a part of this today. And this was the bonus episode. So they're like, is this your show for the week? No. This is the bonus episode. So tomorrow we still have a show just like normal. Tomorrow we're going to have Korkenstein on as a guest, as well as Hargeet will be here, my co-host, and of course we'll have Pixelbit G will be a guest on tomorrow night as well. And we are going to be talking all about some of the rumors, speculation, and predictions that we're going to have for the Tokyo Game Show 2025. Guys, Hargeet, thanks again for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to tune back in tomorrow. And don't forget to tune in like an hour and a half. The Fonz show. It's Fonz Gaming if you're over on YouTube. And the description for that is also in below too. So you can click on Hargeet's link is there for Fonz Gaming. So click on over. Make sure you like and subscribe Fonz's channel. And guys, thanks again for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
Game over. If you like this video, please hit the like button.